भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति शांति शांति। मुंडकोपनिषद फर्स्ट मुंडका सेकंड खंड 12th mantra you already received. परीक्षा लोकान कर्मचितान ब्राह्मणा निर्वेदमाया नास्ति अकृतः कृते तद विज्ञानार्थम स गुरुमेवाभिगच्छ समित पाणी श्रोत्रियम ब्रह्मनिष्ठ. Here is a description of a Viveki who has analyzed the life, who knows what is his goal as a human being, and he has discovered the any means at its best in this world in terms of do this and achieve this, what is called as sadhana sadhya. Such means can never make me contented in the sense, can never make me what I want in life, that is to be ever free from death, totally free from sorrow, nothing but Ananda and Ananda alone. In spite of the best of the achievements that this world can offer and we can accomplish, a Viveki finds that it is short of what one wants. He may not be able to express it, but that lack or want in his bosom is always there. This is not enough. So here comes the Upanishads and points out. You will never accomplish this by the method you have adopted, because it is something that is not created. It is something that cannot be produced. It is ever existent principle. The principle of nothing but self-evident Ananda Swarupa, totally free from sorrow, ever existent in nature. And this such an entity is not that it is somewhere, it is your Swarupa. It is your true nature. And yet you suffer because you have mistaken what you are not as I and you are totally unaware of even the existence of such entity called Atma, Brahma, Chaitanya, which is your Swarupa. The strange thing is, in our life 24/7, not a even single moment we can live without this Chaitanya. We function on account of that. And we are totally taken for granted to such an extent that we are not unaware, we are totally unaware of it. Just for example, all of us survive on air. Are you aware of it anytime? Suppose we are not able to breathe. 2 minutes are enough to end the game. But it is so freely available, 24/7. Without it, you can't live, and yet you are taken for granted. Likewise, this Chaitanya Tattva, pure awareness principle, pure conscious principle, is really what is see, totally free from all mixed, totally free from the things which it is not. So for that, proper viveka is necessary. There is a person who had done such viveka, as a result, what has gone? Nirveda, very important in the Adhyatma Vidya. If anyone wants to gain Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, or to know what I am in reality, this is the first step, that by his own analysis, own findings, the mukshu should discover or gain, accomplish Nirvedatva. He has to give up all Eshanatraya. Vairagya needs to be developed. Otherwise, the mind is always preoccupied in the Drishya Jagat Vishayas. As a result, it is impossible to know our Swarupa. Our embodiment is designed that way, with extrovert senses. So, because we wanted for the bhoga. Paranchi kani vetrana swayambhu tasmat parang pashadinantaratma. Creator has designed this senses extrovert for our bhoga, what we wanted. As a result, is always extrovert. We are not able to know our Swarupa by becoming introvert. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagana atmanu aikshat avrutta chakshu. Some rare mature person, viveki, avrutta chakshu, having withdrawn his mind from the Drishya Jagat. That is what is here in Nirveda. Atmanam aikshat. Discover the Atman Swarupa. So here is a person who has got Nirveda and he has discovered that Akrita, the ever-existent Atma Swarupa, my Swarupa, can never be gained by Kritena. Kritena means by something done in terms of karmas, upasanas and all that, whether Vedika, Pauranika, whatever it is. They cannot give. See, even bhakti in terms of Navavidha bhakti will give a lot of punya. You'll go to heavens, but not your Swarupa. So this you have discovered, and therefore, what you should do, Gurum eva abhigachet. Very eva is important. You must necessarily go to a Guru. Eva. Why that eva? Because without the Guru, now Guru means what? As per the Shastra. Nowadays, what don't ask at all. Kali Yuga is going on. Every street corner is a Guru is there. Not that way. A Guru who has the eligibility as told in the Shastra. Gurum eva, because he has to inquire. The problem of samsara is because of lack of inquiry. Avicharita siddham. Vichar nahi kiya hai. Inquiry is not done. So inquiry. But when inquiry is done, you have to go through all the shastra. But the problem is what needs to be discovered in terms of Atma, our Swarupa, is beyond the realm of the words to describe. It cannot be described at all. Actually speaking, Atma Brahma word also is not applicable to what Atma Brahma is in reality. You have to use it. So, a guru who has undergone the discipline of such Atma Vichara, Brahma Vichara, inquire about oneself, the Jagat and Ishvara, only will be able to guide him properly. It's like our present day GPS system. When you are in a territory which is unknown to you, GPS can help you. So that's why Guru Meva Bhigachan, and he should be Shrotriya Samit Pani with right attitude, the attitude of humility. Then only knowledge will flow from the Guru to the Shishya. Shishya thinks that I'm an intelligent person. It's not possible. So that attitude of humility is shown by Samit Pani. And who is that Guru? Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Now, the Shruti gives the instruction to the Guru that if such mature Mumukshu approaches, it should not be, what is that, neglected. And it becomes duty, as it were, for the Guru to teach him until he gains the knowledge. Of course, eligible seeker. Why it is not duty? A Shrotriya Brahmanishta has no duty at all. No Vidhi Nishida can bind him. And yet, what you can say as moral obligation, the word is used, moral obligation. Somewhat moral obligation is expected by the Shastras from such a person, because he was helped by his Guru in this respect. He can also help others. That is how the teaching passes on from Guru Shishya Sampradaya. So here says the Shruti exhorts such Guru that when such a seeker with proper prepared mind approaches you with the right attitude, says, you should certainly teach him the means by which he can gain Brahma Vidya, he can know his Swarupa. Next mantra, 13. Tasmai vidvan upasannaya samyak prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya yena aksharam purusham satyam veda. Oh, sorry, I'll give after Anvaya. Anvaya will be seen afterward. We'll read it first. Yena aksharam purusham veda satyam provachatam tattvato brahma vidya. Tasmai vidvan upasannaya samyak prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya yena aksharam purusham veda satyam provachatam tattvato brahma vidya. The second line, that Anvaya should be understood properly, otherwise it becomes confusing case. Anvaya is like this. Tasmai samyak prashanta chittaya Upasannaya tasmai samyak upasannaya samyak upasannaya prashanta chittaya shamanvitaya vidwan yena aksharam purusham satyam veda yena aksharam purusham satyam veda tam brahma vidyam tatvatah provacha provacha tasmai unto that shishya, unto that seeker, with these qualifications. Samyak prashanta chittaya. Who is prashanta chitta, whose mind is prashanta. In the sense, in the context, it means one who has withdrawn from haughtiness, anger, desires, etc., as described in the Shastras. Samyak, thoroughly, means yatha shastram, as told in the Shastra, one who has got darpani dosha. Darpa means haughtiness, etc. Means one is very sober, straightforward, not hypocrite, but you got arjava, straightforwardness, such as prashanta chittaya. And why so? Because shamanita is coming. The prashanta chittaya, samyak prashanta, and also the upasannaya. Upasannaya, one who has approached the Guru, as told in the Shastra, with the right attitude of humility. Shraddha. Shraddha in the Shastra, Shraddha in the Guru, and of course, Shraddha in oneself. Very important. The Shraddha in oneself. I shall get this. I will see to it, I will accomplish it. I have got the ability. If I don't have, I will see that I develop those values or that capability. So with this, the Shraddha in Ishvara, Shraddha in Shastra, Shraddha in Guru, Shraddha in oneself. Important. So I'm useless for that will not work here. That may be figuratively, etc. So you should that no, I shall, if that determination is not there, if that readiness to take to appropriate efforts are not there, how can you progress? It's not possible. So therefore, that is shamanvitaya, means one way jitendriya, one has got mastery over the senses, including the mastery over the mind, because he is totally virakta. He has got perfect vairagya. This is where majority go wrong. Nowadays, some value has got developed for Vedanta, certainly so. But most of the such people are not very serious about what is called as nirvedatva, vairagya, virakti, because still that value for sense pleasure is there so much. Of course, It will go totally only in Brahma Sakshatkar, Atma Sakshatkar. But relative Vairagya is necessary. If relative Vairagya is not there to a high degree, mind gets totally preoccupied with the sense object and sense pleasure. Such, number one, such mind cannot take to Atma Vichara. And by some punya it takes to, it will not dwell long on that. So therefore, Shamanitaya means the one who has Bahendriya Nigraha, that is withdrawn from, he has withdrawn his senses, Indriya, from their respective sense objects. As a result, he is Jitendriya. No, this word is a Jitendriya. Jitendriya. Not just for namesake. I think there is one great singer of his name, but unfortunately he became a victim of liquor. So not that way. Of course, that way is always there. Name is something, and what is there? No? That name is Lakshmi. Lakshmi. And in house every day Ekadashi. Ekadashi. There is nothing to cook also there. Not that way. So, name is, surname is Shira Sagar. In Maharashtra there is a name. Shira Sagar. What does it mean? Milky Ocean. And Garme, there is no half cup of milk to prepare a tea. Not that way. It means in spirit, Jitendriya. They got the mastery over the senses. And such as Jada will Samyak Upasanna. The prescribed manner he has approached. To him, what should be done? Brahma Vidyam Tattvataha Provacha. Other thing we'll see. The Provacha. Actually, it means tat. The sense Prabhruyat. Should teach. As a mandate, as it were. As a command, as it were. To the, so Provacha means start, means yeah, Prabhruyat. Should teach until he gains the knowledge. Until he gains the knowledge. So what? Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya. By which he described, this were the Akshara Brahma as described earlier. And Akshara Brahma is his Swarupa. Tattvataha. Tattva means exactly, truly, properly, yathavat, as it is. What is that Brahma Vidya that is now described? Yena. Yena means Yena Vijnanena, by which direct knowledge in the sense. So Yaya Paraya Vidyaya. By which means by which Paravidya. I hope you are aware of it. The Mundaka speaks of two types of vidyas. Paravidya, Aparavidya. Aparavidya was thoroughly described in terms of the means and the goals, and it was shown that at its best, Aparavidya cannot make us discover our true goal of life. Therefore, one has to take to Paravidya. Until that Aparavidya is necessary, you have to live in this world, but you have to surpass it. So that is Yena, by which Vijnanena, Atma Sakshatkarena, Brahma Sakshatkarena, Yaya Paraya Vidyaya. By which Paravidya, say Yena, what is that? Aksharam Purusham Satyam Veda. Veda here to be taken as Vijanati, knows thoroughly in terms of direct knowledge. Vijanati. What Vijanati? Aksharam. Akshara Brahma. What is that? Which was described earlier in the first Khanda, first Mundaka, Mantra 6. Tadadresham, etc. You've seen this earlier. Yattad adresham, agraham, agotram, avarnam, achakshushotram, apanipadam, nityam, vibhum, sarvagatam, susrukmam, tadavyayam, yad bhuta yonim. All that was this earlier, that Akshara Brahma, Brahma, which is indestructible. Describe adresha means imperceptible, agrahyam, not an object of the karmendriyas, organs of action, like that. That aksharam, same akshara, Brahma, is here described by the word Purusham. Purusha. Now, say, look here. The moment word Purusha comes, don't jump to man. Sri Purusha. This is what some Dvaitin do. The moment word Purusha comes, they take for granted the body. See, these are the words from the Upanishads. From common standpoint, yes. Sri, Purusha, male, female. Male is Purusha. Sri is female. But here, these words are used in the spatial sense of Shastra. So the word Purusha can be viewed two ways. So one is Purnatvat Purusha. The entity which is Purna. We are using the word Purna for Indian languages. Complete. Full. What sense does it make? Means there is no limitations. Complete means there is no incompleteness. Full means there is nothing lacking. There is nothing wanting. Purna means the entity which has no limitations, which has no parichinnata. All types of parichinnata. There are many types of limitations, but all of them can be categorized in three categories. Desha parichinnata, kala parichinnata, vastu parichinnata. Limitations by space. A thing which has got a akara, a form, circumscribed in space. It has got spatial. Here spatial means spatil. That is space-wise. Limitation with respect to space. Here it is, there it is not. limitations. It doesn't have. Then time-wise, now it is there. Earlier it was not there. Now it is there. Afterwards it's not going to be there. This is Kala Parichinta. It means that is space Parichinta is not a means what? It is all pervasive. It is everywhere. A place where it is not there is not available. So it is what? Space-wise. Deshataha. Aparichinata. Unlimited. Ananta. Time-wise also Ananta. No parichinata. In the sense which exists forever. There was no time when it was not there. There is not going to be any time when it is not going to be there. Nitya, we call it Nitya, ever existent entity. Of course, this word Nitya is used relatively also, which continues to exist for a long period. That's relative. But here it is absolute, which is ever existent principle. Means Kalataha Parichinta is not. Then Vastu Parichinnata, limitations on account of a given entity, given thing. So a given thing is not other thing. Glasses, not the watch. Watch is not the car. Car is not the mountain. Mountain is not the tree. Tree is not the water. No two things are one and the same. It has got vividness, varieties in them. It's also limitation. One thing, it is not one this, it's not the other thing. No. It's not there. Such entity is what is called as Purusha. Purnatvat Purusha. The entity which is Ananta, which has no limitations whatsoever. Such entity can be only one and the same thing, which is Chaitanya. Chit, what is called as pure awareness principle, pure consciousness principle. Chaitanya, Chit is all pervasive. Deshataha Parichita is not there. Chaitanya, Chit is Nitya. Kalataha Parichita is not there. Time-wise, limitation are not there. The problem comes in the third one, how to know it. Chaitanya is what has no Vastu Parichitata. It has no object-wise limitation. This we may doubt, because Chaitanya is different from inner thing. Chaitanya is different from many things. Space, water, etc. Different thing. Chaitanya is different thing. How do you say it has no the limitation on account of the objects? To understand one thing. It is Chaitanya is the one which is the basic principle of anything and everything available in the creation in terms of variety, as if no two things are one and the same. How you name anything whatsoever of this cosmos, Chaitanya is the basis. How do you say so? Otherwise, you will not know it. You've thought of it? Anything that you spell out, what you want to spell out? What you know? Anything. Let us not go big things there. Okay. Bread. Bread. The entity. Edible. Food. It is there. How did you know? You saw it. Acha. You saw it. What happened? Bread akara vritti. A thought in your mind cropped up of the form of the bread. That was inert in nature. It is made known to you by Chaitanya. Sun, Surya. You saw it. Surya akara vritti. Inert. Made known to you by Chaitanya. That's why the famous mantra is there. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarva. Chaitanya Pura this shines means it is knowledge principle is. Everything else is known and is. So, like from sugar, varieties of sweetmeats are made, but sugar is common denominator. Your sweetmeats may differ. Shape, size, taste, etc. may differ. Fragrance, etc. Other things. But basic thing is what? Sugar. So also, entire cosmos is a great thing, is a play of Chit and Chit alone. This is taught thoroughly by Bhagavan Shiva to Vasishtha. This teaching appears in Yoga Vasishtha under the title of topic Devarchana Vidhana. It consists of few chapters, about 623 verses. Think of it. Somewhere near Bhagavad Gita. 623 verses. First he defines Sakaro Nayo Bhagavan. Anything which is not form is not Bhagavan at all. Ishvara is not. Who? Of course, I'm not going to in the detail. The Chaitanya Chit alone is Bhagavad Sarupa. Then whatever the Bhagavan is form, Shastra is, that is for those people who are not able to discover this. The secondary level, Nama Rupatmaka, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Ganesha, etc. All these are given. But truly speaking, Nirakara. So this Chaitanya, and then he goes on elaborating how entire cosmos is a play of Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone Chit. These are taught, and for information, this teaching on Devachana Vidhana will be soon serialized on YouTube, for which you can go to Turiya Bodha, or what is that website, turiyabodha.com. By next month, it will be serialized. One talk a week will come about 81 talks are there. Taught by Bhagavan Shiva to sage Vasishtha. Disciple is not an ordinary person. Sage Vasishtha. So Chit. That is what the Purusha. Purnatva. A thing which has no space limitations, which has no time limitations, which has no object-wise limitations, can be only one and the only one entity, that is Chit Chaitanya, the pure awareness principle, the principle in each and every us, the individual, because of which our embodiment, whether gross level, subtle level, causal level, is able to function, because gross body, subtle body, causal body, left to themselves, are inert, jada. But we are not inert, we are lively. We respond to the world, and because it's Chaitanya. So that's all. Purusha. This is one meaning of Purusha. Second meaning can be Purishayanat Purushaha. Purishayanat. One who sleeps means lies down, means who abides, who is present in the Puri. What Puri? Not Bhaji Puri. Puri also means a city. So this body is figuratively taken as a Puri, a city wherein one abides, the Chaitanya. Those in Marathi, they know the one Abhanga. Deha hi Pandhari, Atma Panduranga. Pandhari, Pandharpur is there, near Satara. But spiritually, Deha hi Pandhari. Well, this body itself is Pandhari, Pandharpur. And Vithala, who is there is what? Panduranga, with it. Atma Panduranga. Deha hi Pandhari, Atma Panduranga. Atma is a Panduranga, Bhagavad Tattva. So here, so the one who is Purishayana, one who abides in the Puri, the city of this body, Navadvare Puri Dehi. This comes in Gita and also Katha. So that is the one that is Akshara Purush, the means by which one knows this Akshara Brahma, which itself is what? Ananta, abiding, abidable in our body, and itself is what? Purusham, it is Satyam. Satyam means it is ever existent entity without any change or without any modification, vikara, which is no vikara, which is not change, which is all the time same. In this Jagat, everything is subject to change, except this Chaitanya Tattva. How do you say so? See, we are aware of changes going around us. We know all that change. It's a simple matter of common sense that changing things can be known by a changeless principle. Changes are possible on the basis of, with the base of changeless principle. The trains can run, but there should be stationary rails. Without the rails, the train can't run on it. Suppose that rail also thinks, see, on me, because of me, this train, how fast it is, let me also run. What will happen? Train is running and rails also are starting running. What will happen? A changing principle can be known in the presence of a changeless principle. World is always changing. Samsarati, always on the move. There is a stationary entity, ever-existent entity. That is what is what? This Satyam. In the sense which is, you've got Paramartha Swabhava. Always is, without change, never is not. Satyam, that is Akshara. So therefore, Akshara, Purusha, Satya are what? Synonyms. One the same, what you call, whether you call Atma or Brahma. Satyam, Yena, Satyam, Tam, Brahma Vidya. Veda is there. Veda means Vijanati, knows thoroughly. What is thoroughly? As my Swarupa. This is me in reality. Vijanati knows. Now, who knows? You take for granted. What is that? Adhikari sadhaka. And eligible seeker was described in the earlier mantra. Pariksha Lokan, etc., Nirvedamayat, etc., that person. So, because that is important. If that is not there, if Nirveda is not there, Atma Vichara cannot gather momentum. Just like a gunpowder, to blast it, it has to be dry. If dry, one spark is enough. If it is wet, any number of matchboxes you may exhaust, it will not. So also, if the mind of the seeker is not dry enough, as it were, by Vairagya, in the sense, if it is not there, it has got the wetness of Vishayaraga, Asakti, Preeti, for sense pleasure, sense object. Such a mind is preoccupied in the Vishayas. It is not dry, as it were, out of that, as with the Virag, Vairag. So that means the case, see, a adhikari who knows? Adhikari. So that's important. That's why there is instruction to the Guru also. What is it? First, test the disciple. Otherwise, the waste of time of Guru and also Shishya. Now, modern day is different thing. You have to give advertisements. Why? Because Why olden days they were what is that? They were testing. Nowadays, as you come to my shop, come to my shop. Of course, there will be cheats also. I'm not talking of that. Why it should be displayed? Because time had changed. How? Those days, olden days, people had the value for Atmavidya, Brahmavidya. They knew that such a thing is there. It should be gained. And therefore, when the Guru should. But nowadays, majority don't know that such a thing is there. So therefore, to make them aware, my dear, look, such a thing is there. That's why nowadays it has to be pushed through their throat. After it depends on their eligibility. But minimum thing, you have to make them aware such a thing is there, because the time has changed. The Bhautika Jagat, materialistic values have got so rampant. Nobody knows even the existence of such a thing at all. See, that's why nowadays from West, many things are emerging. What is that? Mindfulness, heartfulness, somebody on that Indian, somebody that heartfulness. All they are borrowing few ideas from our Adhyatma only. And people something new, no? And there are people. Anyway, let them come through that, let them come to this. One day they will, oh, this is the thing, they will come to the right thing. But some yoga. Yoga means physical exercise. Good, take two. But slowly the pranayama, etc., will come to know about the true yoga. So, here, so that is such a adhikari. Now to Ved Vijanati. So therefore, to such a tested adhikari, eligible seeker, mumukshu adhikari, mumukshu says, what is it? That Guru what should do? Brahma Vidya. This Brahma Vidya, by which Brahma Sarupa is discovered as my Sarupa. Tattvataha. Exactly. Without keeping anything baki, reserve as a professional secret. No. Total. Provacha. Provacha. Prabhruyat. Should teach until he gains the knowledge. Teach until he gains the knowledge. That's why they verify. Come on. What you have discovered. And if Guru finds that he is not yet up to the mark, again he teaches and makes him discover. So therefore it is as if an unwritten duty or a command for the Guru to teach an eligible mumukshu as seeker. So now the topic of Paravidya, Akshara Brahma, is introduced by pointing out what is expected of a seeker. And in a nutshell, what is this Akshara? Earlier, Aparavidya was described by giving or describing it's all phala, result. Now, and that phala is in the realm of samsara, our worldly existence, which truly speaking has no sara. Sara means pith, essence, really enjoyable thing at all. Asara, useless, like that. But looks as if, like what do they know? The stem of a banana tree. So, so thick, etc. You go on peeling off, कुछ नहीं है उधर, थोड़ा सा कुछ रहेगा. But looks so big. Like this, see, this pithless samsara has emerged from what is that substantial entity which is most covetable, most desirable. So, and in which it merges back, that needs to be told, that is the elaboration of. So this Akshara Brahma, what it is and how it is related to our present creation, all these needs to be unfolded in detail. So for that, the Shruti further describes what this Akshara Brahma is. We take see next time. Now, I will give an announcement as such. Yesterday I made it. Next year, 2025, in the month of April, from 7th April to 14th April, I will be conducting a spiritual retreat, or what is called as spiritual camp at Rishikesh in Swami Dayananda Ashram, which is right on the bank of Ganges. That is ashram is my Guru's ashram, Swami Dayanji, Guru's ashram. So there I will be conducting a spiritual camp. Actually, the series of 5 camps, 5 retreats, being conducted by 5 different acharyas. The 5th one, it starts from somewhere February 1 onwards. The 5th one is being conducted by me as an acharya, but all organizing thing is by Swami Dayananda Ashram, not me. I'm only acharya. I'll be teaching that. And the topic will be the modus operandi of gaining Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, or otherwise called as Brahma Prapti. This topic is based on Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, I believe 46th verse and 50 verse to 55 verse with selected Bhashya Purusha. Those who want to enroll, for them, the link will be given. It will flash now. Vijay, it will flash. This is the link on which you have to enroll. You have to register. These 2 links are there. One in general, other for registration form. To enroll to Swami Dayananda Ashram directly as such. It's a Google form. And participants, of course, there's an age limit is that 70 age limit is there. Participants have to reach on 6th April, not earlier, because other camps are there. And the camp is going to get over on 14th by noon time, lunch time. Thereafter, depending on the travel plans, You are, this is what, free to leave, but under any circumstances, one has to return by next day, 15th April. Go through that. And one thing, of course, obvious that participants should know English, because camp is in English only. And plus, they should attend all sessions from morning meditation up to night satsang after dinner. Those who are not ready to do that, they clearly say, please don't apply for that, don't register. Important. You should have total interest in that. So those who would like to attend that, so they can register online with these links as home.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः।